Bob and NPC, he don't see the tweets about SoFaygo. No, I see it, but let's see what SoFaygo said. He said, and release date. Yeah, I saw this earlier. EP track list tomorrow at 2 p.m. and release date. Okay, we will be reacting to this. Everyone's trying to drop on my goddamn birthday though while I'll be in the Bahamas. Will SoFaygo outsell Yeat? I do not think so. I'm gonna be real. Yeat was like the Yeat train. I was talking to St. Cloud on stream last night. The Yeat train is kind of over in the sense, like, obviously he's doing well, but like the hype has died down a little bit. And so like when he dropped, especially when people thought Uzi was gonna be on the project, he had Gunna, he had Young Thug, like he was primed to sell 30K. Like people were saying 50K, and 34K was already super successful. And then he had Uzi on the Geek Pack or whatever. So SoFaygo, like he gotta get his hype up. But the thing is, hype doesn't always mean sales, as in it doesn't correlate, because we saw a whole lot of Red had like it had the most hype I've ever seen online, or Eternal Take, probably Eternal Take too anyway, because Uzi's bigger than Cardi. But hype doesn't always translate to actual numbers. It just means they're getting talked about a lot, which is, it's like the Popeyes chicken sandwich, right? It's like you get a lot of organic media, but does that mean that people are actually listening to the music? Whereas say NBA YoungBoy or Lil Baby, like I don't know if people are really talking about or making YouTube videos about theories of Lil Baby and YoungBoy, but still they literally be out streaming everybody. Same thing with Lil Durk and Drake. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, SoFaygo, we've discussed this. If he gets the Travis Scott feature, actually, which he will. If he gets the Don Toliver, which he probably will. If he has Uzi, which I think he will as well, he could sell Yeat. I'm not gonna say it's outside of possibility, because I do not know. The first album by SoFaygo will really set the tone. I guess we might get the numbers for Before Pink, which is like the EP prior to Pink Hearts. And then we'll see. But SoFaygo actually might get more playlisting than Yeat too. So he could potentially outsell him. Because as we know, with like Jack Harlow, who got a #1 song simply off of being #1 on the Rap Caviar playlist, like with First Class, even though the song was low-key like just mid as fuck. If SoFaygo gets a top spot, which I don't believe Yeat, 2 Alive did not get pushed by Spotify playlists whatsoever, whereas Up To Me later on did. I don't know why. I guess Yeat was just seeing what he could do like completely organically, which is like it's like a, what's it called, a control, when you're doing an experiment and you have a control, which is the test that doesn't add any elements to it, so it gives you your baseline. So now Yeat next project can like boost it with all sorts of media on blogs, academics probably, and then Spotify playlists. But SoFaygo, like Travis Scott goes big or he goes home. He always goes big, especially with like Fortnite and like everything, Astro World Festival and shit. So SoFaygo, I mean, realistically, I would not say it would be impossible for him to outsell Yeat. So I'll give y'all that. Hot take: Yeat is going to surpass Cardi. He has more potential for hits and mainstream songs like Money So Big, and his sound will continue to be the sound for TikTok. Not saying he will be better, but just bigger. Again, I'm not saying it's out of the possibility. I don't know if anyone will, like, Cardi's just brand is just crazy in the sense that people will always talk about him because he's like a legendary Pokemon, whereas Yeat is, as we've discussed, is more like a Uzi or Future, where he floods the market. Cardi never really did that. But with that methodology of releasing music, Uzi is technically bigger than Cardi. Future is bigger than Cardi as well. One of the reasons Cardi is here is because of Future and Thug, like the Atlanta OGs. So yes, I think that if Cardi continues to like not drop for 2-3 years every single time, whereas Yeat's dropping 3 times a year, maybe he could surpass Cardi's first week sales, which I think is what, you know, designates if somebody's bigger or not. That's how I do it, at least. So yeah, if Yeat surpasses like 105K, then that's the trick. And really, with his first studio album, 2 Alive, where he actually had features that boosted his career at 34K, that's pretty good. But he already had the Drake cosign, all that, whereas Cardi, I guess he had the ASAP cosign for Magnolia, which was like his first studio project with self-titled. But I believe that sold like 30-something K as well. What did Cardi's self-titled do? Cardi self-titled first week sales, and it was easier to come by sales back in those days because of like iTunes and shit, whereas now streaming, you gotta get 1,500 streams, which is like hard to come by. But he was signed to ASAP. Yeah, he was. So 28K equivalent, and 21,000 were streaming and 7,000 were pure album sales, and that was run up by like 1 song, which was Magnolia. So damn, cloud rap is like an actual official genre. I had no idea. But yeah, so Yeat already passed that. But then again, you could count Up To Me, since that was getting pushed on TikTok by his label and shit, or his management at least. I think Up To Me had a distro deal, which they do give you a budget for marketing. So yeah, maybe. What did Up To Me sell? I don't even think that it sold like 4K its first week. Did it? Let me see. Up To Me first week. It was more of like a slow grind up top. Okay, so his first sales that actually counted for was 2 Alive. Did Yeat still Bear One Boss flow? Bear One Boss is a interesting character in that he reminds me of Uzi, in the sense that it's so different, so people are counting it out. It's almost like dance music in the type of videos that people do, dance, like the folks shit on YouTube, where he barely says anything, but it could catch on, or maybe he'll progress and evolve his rap style. But we'll see in the future. I don't know. One Cardi feature for Yeat would be better than a mixtape with Uzi. I don't know. Uzi's way bigger. Imagine if Yeat signed to Cardi though. He would literally be unstoppable. We need a Cardi Yeat collab for sure. But he's not gonna give anyone a feature until he gives Ken Carson one. And can Yeat drag Summers? Summers is, bro, he's signed to a label, but they like don't push him. He drops music independently on his own DistroKid. Meanwhile, he's signed to a label. So I mean, without that label push, I just don't think he'll go mainstream. That's normally, there's only been a few artists that have broken past that, which is like X and others. Like not even Uzi. Uzi was signed so early. We need a mainstream stream for once. No one cares about underground. Bro, Juice WRLD was a fucking mainstream artist. What are you talking about? Juice WRLD was one of the most mainstream. Juice WRLD was one of the biggest artists in the world. Who is and also Yeat is low-key mainstream too. His sales are beating a lot of mainstream artists. Some of these mainstream artists only get like 10K, and that's with playlisting.